Hello beauties, it's Brittany and welcome back to my channel today. Many of you have been asking me to show you how I curl my hair. When I asked on Instagram what you guys wanted to see, that was definitely one of the most requested things, videos. So this is how my hair dries pretty naturally. I am confused by my hair constantly. I am confused by everyone's hair pretty constantly. I am not a hair expert. I don't claim to be. I am only trying to figure out how to manage my own hair. But you guys seem to like the curls when I do them, which is pretty much most of my hairstyles consist of just curling it. So what you need for this is I use a 3/4 inch curling wand or curling iron because I have pretty short hair. Like, this is long for me. Typically it's even shorter than this. Oh, hi. By the way, I'm Brittany. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. I apparently just want to get right into this, which I'm sure you appreciate. So you're going to need a curling iron, curling wand, whatever your preference is. I prefer a curling iron, especially with my shorter hair. This is a Ionic curling iron. This is so expensive. Definitely an investment product for me, and I did Afterpay, like they have payments on it. I have paid it off, but it is a expensive baby. I think that also I got mine on the Ionic website, but I think Walmart Beauty does sell them. You're also going to need some clippy doos to section out your hair. I have Hairspray. This one is from OGX, and then I also like to finish off with a hair oil. This one is from Kiehl's, and those products were sent to me or given to me like a super long time ago. I know that there's new rules on making sure that you're very clear on that, which I typically am, so very clear on that. This I did pay for. So I'm going to section out 3 sections first. I take, and I don't do this very like precisely, so I take a clip that out of the way. I do the same thing on this side. Just kind of take roughly whatever I feel like I want to start with. We're going to start with the bottom section here, so then I clip that. And I used to just do this 2 clips on both sides, but then I realized I wasn't getting the back well enough, so I am actually going to do the same. I'm not going to talk because you're not going to be able to hear me. I'm going to do the same thing in the back. So we have sectioned out to the entire head. The most important thing is keep your heat to the lowest setting possible. I used to kick this up to like 375, and I've been leaving it on 350, and it still does curl my hair. So I would test out trying a lower temperature versus a higher temperature and see if your hair actually does curl. So I am also, I have an ear infection right now, so if I'm talking really loud, that is why, because I cannot hear myself. So, okay, we're gonna take the wand. I do use the actual clamp part of it, and I kind of run it down first just to kind of warm up the hair and get out any kinks that are in the hair so that those kinks don't end up showing up in the curl. And then I pull it all about fully down, and I leave out a little tail, and then I roll it up pretty much all the way. And my curling iron does spin, so I kind of spin it and then pull it down. So this is not what every single curl is going to look like, because I do this pretty quickly, and I just want to try to make it look as like natural as possible. So I'm not super precise with like how much hair I leave out or how long I hold it on or whatever the, you know, situation, but I do like it if the curl isn't super high up here, because I don't want to have like you know, Susie Q curls. So something else I do is I alternate for the most part, like which direction the curl is going. So I will take the wand, or curling iron, I keep calling it a wand. I used a wand for years. And I do the same thing. I run it down, and I'm going to do this curl towards my face now because it's not a face framing piece. I don't ever do the face framing pieces towards my face. And then I just kind of pull it. You see how I kind of like spun it as I was pulling it down? So there are 2 curls. You could see I probably could have taken more hair from the top here, but I'm not super precise with it. I feel like when I am very, very particular about it. It tends to look too structured, and on a daily basis, I don't want it like super structured. I want it more like loose curls. So I'm gonna run the iron, and then I normally leave out like a little piece because I don't want that part on the heat for as long as the rest of it. And you see that does happen sometimes, which I like. I like when the ends are uncurled on some of the pieces, and I feel like it's healthier for my hair because the ends are the most dead part of your hair. So we want to keep as little heat off of we want those areas to have as little heat as possible. Now we're in the back, which I hate doing the back of my hair because I also cannot see it. I don't leave the curling iron on my hair for very long at all. I see sometimes people just like hold it there forever. You shouldn't have to hold it there, and that's really bad for your hair. So I run it down, and then again leave that end out ever so slightly. And like I said, my curling iron does spin, so I use that to my advantage, and I kind of spin the hair out of it. If your curling iron doesn't spin, you could always like physically spin the curling iron, which I'll show you in like a more front facing piece, because my hair is too short to do anything fancy in the back. And I don't run the iron on every single piece, especially these back pieces. Like, I can't see it. I don't know what's going on back there. So I think that's it for the back. Now I'm going to take this piece in the front here, and I do spend a little more time, and I'm a little bit more particular about these face framing pieces. I just whacked myself in the eye. So get your iron, open it up. We're going to run it down. Then we're going to leave the tail out and wrap it, and then I'm going to show you if I don't spin it physically myself, like how I spin like the iron. Is this making any sense? I feel like I'm not describing this very well. This is why I don't do hair videos. I hope this is coming across. So I do also take pretty small sections, and I don't take the same size section from every part of my hair. Like, I just kind of grab it randomly, but this is a pretty small section of hair, I think, and I feel like that gives my hair more body when I do that, so that's why I like using smaller sections. And then I kind of pull it down also if it's too close to my head. If I can't spin it properly, I will pull the iron down a little bit and then kind of do that spinning technique. Okay, so we're in the back a little bit more here. I think my biggest tip is don't take super large sections if you have, especially if you have shorter hair like mine. Warm up the hair with the iron first if you have a curling iron that doesn't leave kinks when you do that. And don't leave the iron on the hair for too long because you don't want all that heat damaging the hair more than is necessary. So like this is a larger section, but because it's in the back and I can't really see it, I'm just gonna kind of grab it and go. Like I said, I'm not a hair person. I'm not super particular about things, but I'm not even gonna show you the back right now because I'm sure it doesn't look good, but hopefully at the end it looks fine. So I'm gonna take down this section first, and I'm still gonna separate. So I've got my second chunk here. I'm gonna re-wrap this area, clip it back up. Okay, get out of my face, please. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I have way less hair on this side of my head than I do on this side because this is where my part goes. So let me move this so that you can see. I'm still gonna separate. I just kind of grab my finger, make sure I have all of the hair, and just kind of like willy-nilly make a separation there. Clip that out of the way, and we're going to do the same thing in the back. I do want to talk a little bit about this wand, or see, I keep calling it a wand. I do want to talk a little bit about this curling iron because this is an iron that my friend who is a hairdresser and a hair stylist did recommend to me, and I have seen other hairdressers use it as well. I am a makeup artist, so I work weddings, and this is an iron I've seen at many of the weddings that I've done makeup for. I will see the hairdresser or hairstylist using this wand. So you see I have a little tail out, and I kind of pull the iron down, and do you see how that curl looks different than this curl. Okay, where are you at? These two curls look pretty different from each other, and I like that. I feel like it gives the hair more of a textured appearance, more of that volume and that less structure. I'm not a big structure hair person. I'm more like a loose look to my hair. So I'm gonna take this piece here, but I'm not gonna curl this away or towards my face like I did on the bottom, because I don't want those pieces to match up. Something I found when curling my hair, if I curl them all the same direction, they can tend to like clump together, and that doesn't give the hair more texture. It makes it look a lot less textured, and it makes it look a lot less full. So I've found that when I alternate a little more strategically, like not overlapping the different ways that they're going. Okay, is this making any sense? Let me rethink. When I did that bottom section, I did the first piece away from my face, then the second piece towards my face. I'm not going to follow that rule exactly all over my head, because I find if those pieces that are going the same direction end up clumping together, it gives the hair less volume and less texture, and it just makes it look more like a lump of curl versus all these pieces of curls, which I like that kind of piecey texture. So I'm going to do this one away from my face so that it doesn't connect to the bottom piece that is away from my face. Does that make sense? Okay, so again, we've got a tail out. I'm gonna spin the wand as I pull it out of my hair. Okay, let's speed through a little bit and I will chime in if there's more I need to add, but I feel like I've talked a lot already. Okay, I'm gonna show you the back of my hair. Don't laugh at the way that it might look, but I'm just gonna show you how I realistically do my own curls on the back of my head, okay? No judgment. What just happened back there is the clip didn't hold my hair up, so all the hair ended up coming down. So what should have been 3 sections was only 2 sections, but I think I made it work. I hope it's curled. You can let me know down below. Something I want to mention is that I do leave the hair completely flat on the iron. There are some tutorials that you can watch about like beachy waves, and that is an instance where you wouldn't want the hair strand to be completely flat on the iron or wand that you're using. You'd want it to be a little twisted. So for these front pieces here, I do pay a lot more attention to what I'm what I'm doing because I don't want this part to be like sky high. So I don't bring the wand like right up to the hairline. I really leave quite a bit of this uncurled because I've made the mistake in the past of curling it up like super high, and it looks really flat right now, but don't worry, we will fix that. Okay, so this is what the curls look like without any hairspray, without me brushing them out. This is just like what my hair looks like initially after the curling of the entire head. Tell me how the back looks. This is normally when I go to Alex and I'm like, hey Alex, are any pieces on the back of my hair uncurled? And he like holds up strands for me that are not curled. So the next thing that I do is I take my hairspray. Like I mentioned, this is the OGX Humidity Blocking Hairspray. It has shea butter, and yeah, it's just the one that I'm using at the moment. So this is what the curls look like without any hairspray, without me brushing them out. This is just like what my hair looks like initially after the curling of the entire head. I don't spray the hairspray up into the hair. I spray the hairspray down or like straight on. I learned from a hairstylist friend of mine that when you spray up, it can make the hair look more frizzy, and we definitely don't want the hair to be frizzy. So I don't use a lot of hairspray. More just like a little layer, a little kiss of hairspray, if you will. I kind of try to get the inside of here too. And I will let that sit for a minute so that the hairspray can actually like dry on the hair and do what it's supposed to do. So I'm gonna give that a second. So I know it's only been like a moment for you, but it has been about 3 to 5 minutes for me. The curls are no longer hot. None of them are warm. The hairspray has also had a moment to sit in the hair and help it stay. I'm now going to take my oil, which I don't know if this is something you're supposed to do, but it just makes my hair look and feel a lot more shiny. And plus it smells really good. So I've got the oil. I have the oil in my hands, and I'm going to go in the bottom, not the top, because I don't want the top to look like greasy, but I'm kind of also getting it between my fingers, and I'm going at the bottom and going up. I feel like this also helps it give some volume, some body. Oh, also I should mention, I'm just giving you a lot of alsos. I still do have a bit of purple in my hair from the tinted conditioner, or the conditioner with pigment in it. From Punky color. I'm doing a lot of ums and uhs and so's and alsos because I'm talking about a topic I'm not super confident in. Okay, so do you see how that has so much body and it looks like cool and textured? And it's because like this strand isn't going the same direction as this strand, but they're also not like super structured where the bottom piece is also going like the same direction. So it just really helps if you have kind of a mismatch of texture and direction. It gives it so much more life, I feel like. So now I am on top with the oil because I don't have as much on my hands, and I'm just kind of brushing through mainly like the ends, making sure those are nice and moisturized, but just using my fingers to kind of brush through. I don't use an actual brush. I have never found luck in using a brush. It just immediately like has all the curls fall out. So I just use my fingers with the oil and just gently brush the hair, get it into the roots there so that I have a good amount of volume. I feel like I say volume weird. I also kind of mess with the part a little bit so that it's not super structured. Again, I don't like a lot of structure or yeah, structure. I don't know what else to call it. So then I just kind of take the oil and kind of scrunch it into the hair, whatever's left on my hands, which isn't a lot at this point. And yeah, these are my curls. I love my hair curled. I wish it was curled all the time, but it's not because I don't have curly hair anymore. I did when I was younger. Like I went through phases where it was like super straight and then it was curly and now it's straight again. So this is how I curl my hair when I do decide to do my hair. I do find that these curls last me a good 2 or 3 days. I do sleep with like a hair wrap on, so that does help prolong the wear of the curls, but I do think that this is a nice style to last you a few days because I'll tend to do like a braid or a wrap or something like that in this side of my hair on day 2 or 3, and then I'll start to put it up and I'll still have like a nice curl to it once I do end up having to put my hair up because I only wash my hair every like 3 to 4 days. So yeah, these are my curls. You asked for it and you've received it now. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm doing anything insanely wrong because like I mentioned, I am not a hair professional. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't do other people's hair. I rarely do my own hair. This is like my go-to style. You guys see it in like every single video because I am not capable yet of doing anything else. I also do like that when I take my hair and like run my fingers through the front part of it, that I like the way that it falls and kind of tapers because I do that with my hair a lot, because although I do like these face framing pieces, I kind of don't want them exactly like in my eyeballs. So yes, let me know in the comments down below if this was helpful at all to you. I will link the products that I used down below for your accessibility like I normally do. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day. Stay safe, stay inside, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye guys.